Hey everyone, it's Brittany here, and I'm here in South Carolina now, excited to be back in my hometown, and back at my parents' house. The trip went really well. It was actually a couple days after the big snowstorm they had here, and in Camp Lejeune we got like 6 inches or so, or in Jacksonville. And my parents here got 8 inches of snow, and theirs turned to straight ice afterwards. And I came like 2 days after the big storm, so we were kind of nervous about the roads and stuff like that. But it ended up being great. The highways were perfectly clear the whole way here, and there was hardly any traffic, which is there usually is some traffic on the way here, and it was not bad at all. It was great. It was a good trip getting here and really quick, and just glad to be back and have the drive over with. And there's actually a crazy story that goes along with that storm. They haven't had a snowstorm here that bad since 1988, and that actually was the year I was born. What had happened was my dad was out of town, and she went into preterm labor with me during that snowstorm in '88, and had my brother, who was almost 2 at the time, and had to go to the hospital and be there for a few days so they could stop her labor. And I thought that was so crazy, like, for it to happen, you know, almost 23 years later, and me being the same amount pregnant and stuff at the house, and it was just crazy. I'm like, oh, I don't want that to happen to me. But I had Jason there with me, though, during the snowstorm. He got a few days off work, which was great. So he left for training a few days after that, and he's been there in California for a few days now, and they've been on the range a lot out there in the desert, and sleeping on cots, and I get to talk to him for a few minutes almost every day. So it's just whenever he gets service, it's hard to get service out there. So they're kind of in the middle of nowhere in 29 Palms. So yeah, that's what's been going on with that. Just been going to these appointments here too. I had my primary care appointment so I could get referred to an OB. And the primary care doctor is amazing here. I'm excited. I love her to death. It's like such a small office, and nobody was there but me, and like the people were so nice in there. I absolutely loved it. I forgot how different it is being out in town than on a base. And then I had my OB appointment today, and they actually had changed the time and didn't tell me that the time had changed on my appointment. So we had to reschedule, and the nearest appointment I could make because of that whole snowstorm stuff happening was in February, the beginning of February. So I haven't been to the OB since December, the beginning of December. So I haven't been for a long time because all this traveling to Indiana and all that stuff for Christmas, visiting my husband's family, and it's been a while. But they told me if anything goes wrong to go to labor and delivery. They're like, you know what it feels like? You already have 1 kid, so, or to call them if anything's happened. So Kylie has 3 old appointments next week. We're just booking all these appointments here. It's nice once they get older, because once they're 2, they only go to the doctor every year unless they're sick. And when they're babies, they go 6 weeks, and then 3 months, 6 months, every 3 months, and then it turns into every 6, and then every year. So she hasn't been since last year, and so she has to have her shots and stuff, I'm sure. So that'll be fun. She does really well with those. She's a tough cookie. She's a tomboy, but like a girly girl. She's got a good mix of both. So she's got the tomboy stuff, and her and Jason can go do all that boyish stuff. She loves monster trucks and all that kind of stuff, and then she likes to dress up in tutus. So she's a good mixture of the two, and she's just a great kid. I'll show you guys to her next week during the video and let you guys meet her. She will talk your ear off for a little bit, so you guys got to prepare for next week. But she's a character. She's a funny little girl, and I don't know how she's gonna do with the new baby. She likes to be the center of attention. So she said she's really excited and everything, but you never know till the baby gets here. So she should get used to it, though, pretty quick, because she'll be the one being mommy's big helper when daddy's gone. So hopefully she'll do really well. But I've been hanging out with my best friends here since I got here. And there's a couple of my best friends here that I've known since I was a little girl, so we all had a sleepover together, and just like we were kids again, and hung out. But we're all, well, a couple of us are married and have kids now, and then some of us are still in school and working to get their degrees and stuff too. But it's been nice hanging out with them. I love hanging out with my best friends from back home. I miss them when I'm away from here. It's, you know, I've known them for such a long time. It's great just to be able to see where our lives have gone and still hang out with each other and still keep in great touch and be great friends together. So it's really nice. It's been nice hanging out with them, and they've been here through me, or for me, through this pregnancy since I've been here. So it's nice. I told my best friend she could be my step-in husband and go to the appointments and stuff with me while he's gone, and she's laughing and said she'd do that for me. So I thought that was really sweet. And yeah, but Jason's just been out there in California, and I've been here. He's ready for me to have the baby so we can meet her and get back here whenever they can, get him back here if they can. If not, he gets back a couple days or so after her due date. So he'll get to see her either way right after she's born, which is really nice. And then we'll head back up to North Carolina for a few weeks, until a couple weeks till he deploys. So the February issue is about to come out for Military Spouse magazine, and if you guys do not subscribe to it, you guys need to. Their magazines are wonderful, and the February issue actually is going to have an interview with me on it, so you guys got to check it out. I will talk to you guys next week, and I'll let you meet Kylie, and when the new baby comes, I'll show you guys Kinley. So until then, adios, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.